In this video, I am going to introduce a word track as an alternative way to help someone consider options for them to access the money to say yes to you. Let's jump right in. Sometimes when somebody says they don't have the money, we'll start to go down the path like they don't have the money. If somebody doesn't have the money, I am going to find out if they don't have the money in all areas. The money for me, the money at all, poor mindset versus broke mindset, because people will act funny around money. So we have to understand all options and what we are dealing with in grave detail. And in this case, let's start talking about credit cards. Hey, what's your credit score? Because I mean, if this is something you want to do, whatever it is that brought them to the table, are you willing to get some credit and use other people's money like the big banks do and like the big corporations do and like the stock market? It's all about trillions of dollars of other people's money being leveraged by corporations. If you think about real estate, you're leveraging other people's money. Even if you have the money and you have access to a line of credit, hey, use other people's money. You know the OPM, other people's money? So, if you're able to get access to other people's money, like PayPal's money, for example, with the PayPal line of credit, is this something you're ready to get going with today? But I'll set this up to let them know that I am not talking about getting into debt. I'm talking about leveraging other people's money, and I'll go into an example most people understand. Hey, have you watched the Shark Tank? Well, what do you think they're doing on Shark Tank? They are pitching their ideas to get venture capital money, to get investors' money. They're using other people's money. And just because you don't have the money doesn't mean you can't get access to someone else's money at the end of the day. Whether it's your money or somebody else's money, whether it's cash or a line of credit. If it allows you to make the investment that you desire to make, to get the ROI that you desire to get, then we put ourselves in a good position. Agreed? So I'll set that context so they're not thinking in terms of, oh, I don't want any debt. And I've had that happen. And when that does come up, I'll say, hey, I agree. I don't want bad debt. And then I'll pause. And then they'll be silent. And I know they're kind of thinking about what I just said. Then I'll say, do you know the difference between good debt and bad debt? And they'll think for a second. And I say, bad debt is going and buying the dumb stuff and paying what they call the stupid tax, which is the highest interest rate. We want to get the rims, the jewelry, and all the constant electronics and all that cool stuff on credit, right? Whereas good debt is when you're leveraging debt to generate revenue. So let me ask you, would you be willing, or how would you feel if you had a $1 million debt you had to pay in terms of a note every single month? How would that make you feel? And then they're giving me a response. They don't know exactly where I'm going with that yet, but they'll give me their response and I'll respond with, well, let me ask you this. What if that $1 million was the note on a piece of real estate that was cash flowing $2.5 million a month? So you were netting $1.5 million a month because you had that $1 million debt. Would you pay it then? They say, of course. So it's not really about the debt itself. It's about the debt being good or bad. In that case, it's good debt because you're cash flowing the debt, right? You're leveraging the debt for revenue. They say yes. So again, it's all about, in this particular case, if they bring it up, it's about changing the context so that the content is perceived differently. Great. That's all for today. If you enjoyed this and it helped you, give it a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down, as we respect those too. And if you haven't done so yet, head down there and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified each and every Thursday and Saturday. We post new content here on the channel to help you become irresistible in sales and life. And if you want to get our take on how to develop your sales skills faster, check out this video we did. All right? See you next time. Take care.